I was going to do a business degree, but when I started talking to my advisors, they suggested doing general studies, which is, basically a whole lot of everything, just
Okay.
not specializing in one thing.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
I'm in business management.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started that. That was initially what I was going for as well. And but yeah, so that's why I'm like, this is the last class I need to take for my minor. And then actually this is my last semester. I'll be graduating in July. So
For your associate,
um well, say that again.
this class is for your associate degree,
Um well, I don't
or for bachelor?
for my bachelor's, I'm sorry, yeah. So this
Okay.
will, yeah. So I'll get my bachelor's in July, which is awesome.
Oh, good for you.
I know it's very exciting. Like I've been doing this for so long that it's just time to be done. So I'm
Oh, so
excited.
good for you.
How about you? How much longer do you have
I will get my associate this summer.
this summer?
In
Very
business
good.
management. So the last class for this associate is the B21. This is an English class.
Mm-hmm.
I expect to get my bachelor degree next year. I hope.
Very nice.
But many I have a lot of responsibilities. So I'm working. So I have family, 3 kids. So not easy.
No, I that's that same thing. I'm actually at work right now. So it's yeah, no, same thing. I have four kids at home too, and it's quite a lot of work when you're juggling school and work and church stuff and oh yeah.
Yeah, and also I really as state president last year, last September, and 9 years as state president. So it was a lot of time explaining.
Oh man, alive. I was just called to be the Elder Corn president about a month ago. So that's been fun trying to figure out the new ministering program and get that
Yeah,
all going in our ward. So
interesting, interesting.
yeah.
We have a lot of things to do with this
Yeah.
coding.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's one of the funny thing was is I was the high priest group leader when
Okay.
all of this happened. So it's like I got released that Saturday night, which was so great. Then just a week later, get called the Elder Corn president, and so
Yeah,
yeah, didn't have freedom for too
this is
long, but
this is the church.
yeah,
But it is a good
but
blessing to work for the church and to magnify calling. It's a good blessing to do that.
yeah, no, I'm with you. It's just even though these callings are a lot of work, you do see a lot of blessings from it, and
For
I
sure.
still enjoy the work. I mean, it's worth the time and sacrifice that's made for you and your family. So
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
it's amazing. Sorry.
You're all right.
So let's see what we have now for this assignment. So
Okay.
what we should do today, should we go directly to the simulation?
Well, that's a really good question.
I not really know that. They said we need to meet to discuss, but I do not really understand what we should do.
Yeah, I'm not. So this week's simulation, let's see here. Oh, okay. Simulator should be paused on day 50, Monday at 6 p.m.,
Mhm.
4 days ending Friday at 6 p.m.
So it was the Johnny Cow said that we need to turn the assignment out tonight.
Right. Day 50.
I think what we need to turn out tonight is the transcript. So we need to write something about the
Mm-hmm.
experience we have doing the simulation. And I think that's
Yeah.
why it seems we need to work out together through the simulation to see. So last week, did you work on the stock credit assignment?
Well, last week I was actually we had a health and safety incident at our office. So last week I didn't do any schoolwork. I was called out to Montana So I live in Arizona, and I worked from 5 in the morning till 10 p.m. all last week. So I haven't even had a chance to look at the simulator, but I think it's similar to other stuff I've done before, because just looking at what's required of us. So the simulator started yesterday at 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain Time, and it's going to end this Friday. So in
Okay.
between that, we need to sell off excess capacity before day 218, which is Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, or I'm sorry, 6 p.m. Mountain Time on Friday.
Okay.
So, so I think the big thing, please check your
So I think
section.
what we need to do with this game is try to get more profit,
Right.
try to get $1,000 each time instead of wasting our money in equipment or inventory. As I said in the video, the goal of the business is to make money. So we need to try to make money.
Right. Well, and that's, I mean, I think daily, I think almost the better way we're gonna work this, and I know what's the time difference from you in the States?
Aaron,
Like what time is it right now for you?
for me now is 10 past 45.
10:45 in the morning?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see the sun in the background. Okay. All right, so it's not too bad because I'm like at 7:45 where I'm at right now. So we're
Mhm.
a 3 hour difference. That's not too bad. That's actually pretty good. Um, man, I need to learn my geography. I don't even know where. Sorry. But yeah, so I think the big thing is just we're gonna need to be checking this daily, making decisions. I think almost email is going to be a good way. I like what we're doing with the conversation. I mean, everyone was replying at least this morning as stuff was coming up.
Yes.
Um, so I think, I mean, that's kind of where I'm going with this is looking at it daily, and it might even be checking it first thing in the morning, and then maybe making some. Well, I think we need to set a timeline and when we want to do final changes for the day.
Uh-huh.
What am I looking for here? I'm sorry, I'm trying to find an email from Brother Collins. Okay, here we go. So we are group 10.
This is my Gmail account or my university account.
The university account. I'm trying to team ID. Okay, so section 1. So I think the first thing, I mean, so do we have anything that's due today?
Let me see. Today is 15.
Yeah, today's the 15th. I don't see anything that's due today. So what were you talking about for a write-up? What did you mean by that?
Talking by what?
Didn't you say we had to have some kind of write-up that we needed to do today?
No, not today at the end of the simulation.
Oh, okay, okay. I gotcha.
I think there's something we need to work together as a group and work on the simulation. I think it is something we need to work more than once. Yeah, that's what I understand.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Just from looking at that little intro, if this is going all week long, uh, which I mean that's what's happening. Since this is going all week long, I think we should be checking it a couple times a day uh,
Exactly.
to make changes. I think a good way to do that too is if you have a change that you'd like to make, because I'm very much I'm like I trust the team that I've been assigned with. I mean the fact that everyone's been so proactive about emailing and trying to get us to meet together, it shows that we all care about what's
Okay.
happening. So if you go on there and you see some changes you like to make, just keep sending out emails. Send it out to that group. I keep a eye on my group email just to make sure if anything comes out, um, then we can make the changes. And seeing that, I'm not sure where Jonica is located at. Do you know where she's located at
I
by
don't know, man.
chance?
This is somewhere in the States, but I don't know which. I don't remember which state. in the
Or
presentation.
okay, yeah, okay. So, well, I wonder if we can do. Hold on. Let me see if she actually. Because our week one on our intros, we had to talk about where we were from, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Question, conversation, get to know one another. Maybe she put that in there because if we're only like a 3 hour difference between the three of us, that's fantastic because I was thinking we were going to have a huge difference. But
Yeah.
if Jonica's on the East Coast, because I'm on the West Coast of the United States, she's on the East Coast, and it could be a 6 hour difference between you and her.
Okay.
So, give me one sec. Sorry. So what do you do for a living?
Actually, I'm working for the church
Oh, nice.
in, in finance in record department since 2005. So many years.
That's great. I couldn't think of having a better job than working for the church. I mean,
Yeah, this is a very good environment.
yeah.
But if you
I
need more
actually,
money, you need to. But if you need more money, you need to.
well, for me, I get what you're saying. I mean, there are those people that are looking to. Oh, she lives in Utah. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so we're just 3 hours apart. So Jonica's 3 hours apart from you too. That's great.
For
Okay,
her, it's just 2 hours.
Utah's 2 hours,
Yes.
right? Because of daylight savings time. Okay, yeah, we don't do that in Arizona. We don't shift our clocks. Like we just keep the same time all year long.
Okay.
Um, okay, so she's only 2 hours. All right, that's great. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's awesome. So yeah, so I say let's log on to the tonight
Yes.
or when you get some chance. Yeah, let's log on to the man, why can't I think of these words? I'll get there. Give me a second. Let's,
So
let's
what they want us to do is to work in the simulation
the
and try to
simulation. There we
a
go.
profit. And at the end, we need to write a write-up assignment for 2 pages and
Okay,
explaining
look.
what went well, what went bad, what good decision we take to make profit, and what bad decision we take, and how we can correct that in the future.
Okay. Yeah, well, then let's log on to the simulation today, and then look at it, makes or not make some changes, suggest some changes. And what time do you usually go to bed?
Because my internet doesn't work very well at home, so
You do
usually I
everything at
work
work.
at the office, yeah, before leaving. So
Okay.
usually I leave the office by 7 to 8 p.m. my
Okay.
time. So will be 5, no, will be 6 your time.
6 hour time. Okay. Um, well, and I can work with that because I'm usually home. Yeah, I can work with that. Well, and that's the thing is if you so would you still be able to access email and stuff at home?
Yes.
Yes.
But
Okay.
for video, it isn't working well
Right. Yeah, I'm like you even keep cutting out where you're at
because
too. Um, well, okay. Yeah, no, well then I say well let's what time do you want to make I think that's what we should decide today. When do we want to make the final changes for the day? Like what time do you want to do that?
in the morning will be great for me.
Would be good for you? Okay. So do you want to meet more than do you want to meet every morning or how do you want to do that?
Every morning will be better for me.
Every morning? Okay. Um well then why don't well, I wonder what Jonica can do. Because I don't mind if we meet every morning if we pick a time and we just keep meeting that time and talk about the changes we've made or because I would like to make some changes tonight because I'm sure something needs to happen. I mean, it's been going for by the time I get home tonight, the simulation will be going for almost 24 hours. So, and they're saying like, what is it? One day is the equivalent of what they say. It's a significant amount of time. Like it's
Also, when you go to the simulation, you need to select the section 3. This is for
mhm.
your core group.
Okay.
I'll go to section 3, and you already receive the email and the username. Enter
Hmm.
the username and password.
And that's the one that brother brother Colin sent us, right? The Lehigh
Mhm.
10, Nephi 01.
Yes.
That's us. Okay. Well, this is my plan for today. I'm going to log on to this. I can't really do this at work right now, but when I get home today, which will be about 6 o'clock your time, um, when I get home, I'll log on to this and start looking at what needs to be done. Uh, but if you do that beforehand, just send out an email talking about some of the things you'd like to see changed or suggestions on what needs to be sold or what needs to be bought, and then we can. Because I think only one of us needs to make the change. Like if all three of us keep going in there and making changes, it's not
Mhm.
gonna it's not gonna work. We're gonna. So I think we should set a time for when we want to make the final changes for the day,
Yes.
because we're saying what the simulation says, what it's 1 hour of our time equals 1.75 simulated days. So it's going to be 21 hours times 1.75. So that simulation, by the time I get home today, will be running already for almost 37 days. So I guarantee there's some stuff we're going to need to sell or buy, or yeah, that's a lot of time just to be sitting there.
Mhm.
So, but what we can do, and this is where I like kind of your idea about meeting in the mornings, is if we make changes this evening, we can kind of look at it again this morning, see what kind of worked, because why we sleep for the next 8 hours or so, that's
Mhm.
another 16 days. So we'll see results that will change within 16 days. So,
Yeah.
so that way at least we can keep track. Man, meeting every day, that's a really good idea.
Mhm.
Have you ever done anything like this before? Like, have you ever taken another business class where they've done similar stuff?
Yes, I took the B15, I think.
Yeah, that
The
one where,
B215.
oh man, that was the one where you had to like design, or you're trying to invent stuff, and was that the one
Yeah,
you're talking about?
yeah, the simulation,
Oh,
yeah.
I did so bad at that. Like no matter what, I could not figure out how to get that thing to work for me. Oh, but uh, but yeah, as we worked in groups, the biggest thing we had is we would only meet once a week, and it just isn't enough. Not when you're running these simulations. Like you just don't. Yeah, you start miscommunicating,
Yeah.
and that was a big part we started seeing was people were doing stuff we didn't want to, and yeah, we could have been more successful if we met, even if it wasn't every day, at least every other day to just talk about what's been going on.
Yes,
But
yes.
um, but yeah, so why don't we plan for the mornings? I'm usually at work. It's by it'd be like around 9:30 your time. So, but if we want to keep, what time would you like to meet? Like, what's a good time for you?
Yeah, usually I will arrive in the office before 8 my time.
Before 8 your time?
Before 8,
That's
yeah,
gonna be
usually.
rough. Okay. I could
But
do
we can
that.
set up a time could be work for everyone during the day,
Right.
during the morning.
Yeah. Because I'm like, oh man, because that'd be like 5 in the morning for me. Like,
No, no, no,
well, even
not really. Not really. But we can set up a time will be work for everyone. Will be okay for everyone, for you and me and Junica. So after, as I said in my email, after 6 your time will be okay for me.
okay.
So it could be 7 your time, I don't know, 10 your time, 8 your time. So depending on how you
Right.
can do it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm usually up as that late, so it's not a big deal. But okay, so 6 would be the latest that you would want to, because you say you leave between 7 and 8 o'clock your time.
Yes.
So that would be 4 to 5 my time. Yeah, that's fine too. I'm off of work. I mean, part of the reason why I come in early is so I can leave early. So I could do meetings that, yeah, I could do meetings like that. If you want a 6 year time would be 3 o'clock. Probably
Okay.
better if we did it like 6:30 ish. Yeah, because
Okay.
I have like a 30 to 40 minute drive home, and I try to leave around 3, but I can
Okay.
always so. But I mean, some of this I can always call in, and then when I get home, I can log into what we're talking about and just call you as I'm driving. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, so
So now all depend on
definitely
Jonica. I hope she will answer and we can set a very good time that will work for her also.
okay. Do you pronounce your name Prosner?
Prostate, yes.
Prosner? Okay, perfect.
Mm.
So yeah, Prosner, I just go look at the simulation, make some suggestions, send them out in the group email, and then we can. Well, man, 8 o'clock her time. That's even late for me. I hate meeting that late. I'm like trying to get kids in bed, and that's 11 for you, dude. That's not gonna work. Um, but yeah, for me, 8 o'clock, like that's bedtime at my house. Like trying to get all 4 of my kids to bed is, it's always an adventure.
So how many
Um,
kids do you have now?
say that again.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
Four. Yes, I
Yep,
have three.
you have
10, 8,
3.
and 6.
Okay, mine are 12, 11, 7, and 4.
Yeah, what the same.
Yeah. Yeah, my oldest just got the priesthood this year, which was super awesome. That's
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah, it was great because he's second generation with the priesthood. It's just me and my older brother are the only ones that have the priesthood in our family. Uh,
Okay.
so to be able to pass that on, it was such a great experience. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
yeah,
just imagine because I mean you baptized, so 2 of your kids have been baptized, right?
yes.
10, 8, okay, and that's amazing, right? When you baptize your children,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, nothing better. And so
Yeah,
it's just to give them the priesthood afterwards, like it was a really neat experience. Like yeah, I
yeah.
I loved it.
I
Like
think.
it's so do you
Mhm.
have how many boys, how many girls?
I have two girls, one boy. The first one is a girl. The boy at the middle.
Okay. Yeah,
Girl
I
and
have
friend.
my 3 oldest are boys, and my 4-year-old's she's our girl. So
Hmm, interesting.
yeah, that's right. Got 3 older brothers to protect her, which is so great.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Okay.
Very neat. Well, all right. Well, at least we have some idea what we want to do. The write up, I don't want to wait until Friday when we're deciding who does what for the write up. Well, why don't we meet tomorrow morning? We meet tomorrow morning. Why don't we make some assignments for the write up? That way, at least we have an
Okay.
idea what we want to do, and we have a couple days to work on it, or at least get some kind of format down.
Yeah. And this assignment is for 30 points, so it is a big one.
Yeah, these group projects, it's not something you want to ignore, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well,
Okay.
um, so yeah, let's start making some changes you want to, or send out emails about changes you think would need to be made, and we'll just keep going from there.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Prosper. Thanks for setting this up, man. I appreciate it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.